Hello, I'm making this video because I have just experienced the most stressful ride home of my life. I never thought that a 15-minute ride home would ever be as stressful and ever cause me to have such a panic attack as it did. I was on my way home, taking my sister and my two brothers back home after coffee shop performance stuff. Super fun. But all of a sudden, as we are going to cross the bridge, we're about to cross the bridge over the Cahaba. Nothing new. We do it every day, multiple times. An armadillo decides to trek its way across the road in front of my car. It's like 9:30 at night, and I'm thinking maybe it will hurry it up. I see it pretty far away. Okay, so I'm gradually slowing down. I get down to like 15, 20 miles an hour, and it's not moving yet. Like, it's moving, just not fast enough. I've got a car on my butt, like right up my butt. Like, I felt like there was some personal space issues happening. And so I'm afraid to completely stop because I think that they're going to, like, be in the seat next to me, talking to me, like listening to the music, just having a grand old time. And so I have a choice. I can hit the armadillo because they're always dead anyway. I can hit the oncoming traffic, swerve into the other lane, and probably drive off a bridge. I can stop completely for this armadillo that isn't moving at this point, and let the car behind me just ride my butt, like all the way through, just completely take advantage of my car. That's what could happen. So I chose A. It wasn't as simple as that. The entire way up until the hit, basically, I was convinced it was a cat. So naturally I'm crying. I can't hit that cat. That's like hitting my own personal cat. I can't hit a kitty cat. So I'm sitting here crying my eyes out because I think I'm gonna hit the cat. And I get really close. Get down to 15 and I'm like, okay, it's not a cat, that's an armadillo, but that thing's got a hard shell that's gonna screw up my car so bad. And then I'm just crying because my dad is gonna be so mad at me for screwing up the car because of an armadillo. And then I'm like, why? This is karma. This is all karma, because earlier today, like on my way home earlier from work, I saw a dead one. And I was like, you never actually see live armadillo. You don't. You only see them dead on the side of the road. They're just roadkill. And so I saw a live armadillo today. I did. I saw a live armadillo, and it was alive for all of about a minute and a half, up until the point that I hit it. And the blood is still on my car. It's the most disgusting thing ever. So the story doesn't end, though. Of course not. I'm continuing my drive home, crying, breathing heavily, trying to keep composure, and I see another dead animal, and I hit it. It's already dead, though, but I couldn't avoid running over it, so I have more animal blood on my tires right now. It's disgusting. Absolutely disgusting. And so then we go about 5 miles without any kind of animal contact, and it's awesome. It's so great. And then there were the cookies. For some odd reason, on my way home, after hitting an armadillo, running over a dead possum, just more so killing it, just making positive that it's dead, we're on a curvy road, and all of a sudden my lights catch something, which I think are animal eyes because I'm paranoid at this point. I think everything's an animal, and something's moving in the wind. And what is it? A box of half-eaten cookies from Publix. And do I swerve for that? Of course. Not for the armadillo. That armadillo's dead. But the box of cookies didn't run over it. Swerved. Swerved right into the lane. It's all good for the box of cookies. So, that's the end of chapter 1. There are no more animals involved. However, I start pulling into my subdivision, and I think the Secret Service is pretty much after me. Basically. Because if you know where I live at all, if you know me, you'll know that I live in the middle of nowhere. You don't just happen to be in my neighborhood. You go there with a purpose. You know somebody that lives there, or you're looking at a house there. You don't just wander through, not knowing. You don't just wind up there. So when I'm pulling into my subdivision and there are 4 black SUVs of the same make and model following me down the hill to my subdivision, I'm starting to freak out. I'm starting to freak out because not only do they follow me into the subdivision, first get to this first stop sign, take your left. What do all 4 of them do? Not just one. All 4 of them follow me. Not only are they following, they're tailgating. They're like rude. Like up my butt. Just following far too closely. If I farted in the driver's seat, they could hear it. They could be able to hear it. I'm positive. Anyway, second left turn. All 4 of them follow me. At this point, I'm crying again. I'm too emotional at this point. I've had a very stressful night with the whole armadillo situation, and I can't handle it. I'm pretty positive that they're after me. The Secret Service, the government wants me, and I'm trying to convince them from my driver's seat that it's not a big deal. It's just an armadillo. I was yelling at them and saying, it's just an armadillo. It's not a cat. It was just an armadillo. They're not endangered, I'm pretty sure. Stop following me. It's just an armadillo. You see them all the time. Why am I getting in trouble for it? They turn down the road that I don't go on. I lose them. It was a high-speed chase in my mind, but they're gone. And at that point, I stop the car, and I'm just like, thank you so much. Hallelujah, praise. It was such a relief, and at that point, I'm still breathing heavy, like a fat kid asthmatic, like out of water, out of fish, no water. And then I pull up into my driveway, and my brother gets out and looks at the front of the car and says, Haley, there's blood everywhere. Meltdown. Right then. Haley has a meltdown right then. Blood everywhere. I start going into panic mode. What if the armadillo didn't actually roll out from under the car? What if it's stuck up inside something and it falls down? And when I back out tomorrow morning to go to church, what if it's laying there? I'm going to freak out. So my parents get home shortly after, and my brother takes that as his chance to go ahead and tell them that I had an armadillo before I could ever have a chance. And my mom asked me, so why exactly did you hit the armadillo? YOLO. Bucket list. You only live once, Mom. I planned it. Whole thing. It was all my grand plan. I don't know. Couldn't control myself. 40 points. Thought we were playing Mario Kart. Angry Birds or something. I don't know. I thought choice A was better than 2 or C. I don't know. Forgive me. Why did I hit the armadillo? Because it didn't move. I thought they were supposed to curl up into a little ball or something and protect themselves. It's not my fault it died. It's its own fault at that point. Can only help you so much. Why did I hit the armadillo? Well, that's about it. Yeah. I hope you can see that my panic attack had a panic attack. It's called a panic anic attack. It's worse. Just so you know.